This is Module 1, Lesson 6. Today we're going to use two sets of tape diagrams to solve problems. Let's start with page 53, number 1. The Business District Hotel caters to people who travel for different types of business trips. On Saturday night, there is not a lot of business travel, so the ratio of the number of occupied rooms to the number of unoccupied rooms is 2 to 5. However, on Sunday night, the ratio of the number of occupied rooms to the number of unoccupied rooms is 6 to 1, due to the number of business people attending a large conference in the area. If the Business Direct Hotel has 432 occupied rooms on Sunday night, how many unoccupied rooms does it have on Saturday night? Okay, let's go back in the question and find the first bit of information. At first, we're talking about Saturday night, where it says there's not a lot of business travel. So the ratio is 2 to 5. Now, occupied means full, unoccupied means empty. So I'm going to start with Saturday night, and I'm going to draw my tape diagrams. And it said occupied and unoccupied. We're just going to make them a little shorter here. Occupied is 2. And unoccupied is 5. 2, 4, 5. And there goes the light again. Hold on. Okay, that took a little bit longer than normal. All right, then we have Sunday night. And on Sunday night, we have occupied to unoccupied again, and it is 6 to 1. So now I have Sunday over here. And I have occupied and unoccupied. And this time we are 6 to 1. So we're going to draw 6 for occupied. Let's see. 3, 4, 6, and 1 for unoccupied. Okay, now we have to go back and look at the rest of the information. It says, if the Business Direct Hotel has 432 occupied rooms on Sunday night. All right, so I'm going to go to Sunday, and I know I'm talking occupied, and it said that this amount here is 632. So in order to find out how many goes in each of those blocks, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and divide it into 632. 6 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, bring down. 6 does not go into 3, so it's a 0. Subtract, bring down the next one. 432. I'm sorry, I just messed this all up. Well, we know we're all human, we all make mistakes. Let's try this again. Okay, so 6 does not go into 4. 6 does go into 43. 7 times 6 is 42, so I'm going to think 7, 42. 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 4 is 0. So now I can bring down the next number. Now I have 6 into 12. 6 times 2 is 12, and I subtract and I have 0. So that tells me that 72 goes in every one of these boxes. Now, we all know that a hotel can't add and subtract rooms, so there must be the same number of rooms on Saturday night as there are on Sunday night. It's just a different amount of occupied to unoccupied. We had more empty rooms on Saturday night than we had on Sunday night. The total number of rooms does not change. Okay, so now I need to answer my question. How many unoccupied rooms does it have on Saturday night? So I need to find this amount here. I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, and each box has 72. So I have to multiply 5 times 72. Do that over here. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 5 is 35, and 1 is 36. So there are 360. So I have to write a sentence to answer the question. On Saturday night, there were 360 unoccupied rooms. That's quite a bit of unoccupied rooms. Now, it's always wise to check to make sure we've done this correctly. So we want to make sure that the total number of rooms on this side is equal to the total number of rooms on the other side. So I have 360 and 72 and 72. Let me go ahead and figure out what 72 times 2 is. 2 times 2 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. So now I know there's 144 here. We already found 360 here. If I add them together, 4, 6 and 4 is 10, 3, 4, 5, 504 rooms on that side. Now I'm going to figure out this side. Let me fix that. I had 432 there and 72 here, so I'm going to add those. And if I've done this correctly, both sides will equal 504. 2 and 2 is 4. 3 and 7 is 10. 4 and 1 is 5. So I have 504 total here, 504 total here. That is correct. I have done it correctly. So now let's move on to exercise 2. I was going to do a different one, but I think I'll just stay on this page. Peter is trying to work out by completing sit-ups and push-ups in order to gain muscle mass. Originally, Peter was completing 5 sit-ups for every 3 push-ups, but then he injured his shoulder. After the injury, Peter completed the same number of repetitions as he did before his injury, but he completed 7 sit-ups for every 1 push-up. And if you injure your shoulder, you're not going to be able to do as many push-ups. During a training session after his injury, Peter completed 8 push-ups. How many push-ups was Peter completing before his injury? Okay, so we know we have a before and an after. Before he got hurt, after he got hurt. And before, or originally, Peter was completing 5 sit-ups for every 3 push-ups. So I have sit-ups and I have push-ups, and that was 5 to 3. Sorry, I'm getting a little messy there. After the injury, Peter completed the same number of repetitions, so I'm going to end up with the same 8 boxes maybe. Let's see. But he completed 7 sit-ups for every 1 push-up. So sit-ups was 7 now. Same number of repetitions, just more of one than the other. So there's 7 and 1 push-up. Okay, what else did they tell us? Peter completed 8 push-ups after his injury. Well, there's only 1 box, so that one has to equal 8. How many push-ups was Peter completing before his injury? Well, we know 8 goes in every box, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in all of the boxes before I try to answer the question. And I know my boxes are not all the same size, even though they're supposed to be. I got a little sloppy there. Okay, so how many push-ups was he completing before his injury? Well, I'm going to look at push-ups before, and I have 3 boxes. There are 8 in each box. 3 times 8 is 24. Peter was completing 24 push-ups before his injury. And if you remember, I told you we want to go back and check our work, make sure both sides are still the same. Because they said he had the same number of repetitions. That means we have the same number of boxes on both sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they should be equal. I have 5 times 8 here, and that's 40. So I have 40 plus 24, 40 plus 24. That's 4. 4 and 2 is 6. I have 64 on that side. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 8, and that's 56. And this one is 8. So I'm going to have 56 plus 8. 6 and 8 is 14. 5 and 1 is 6. I have the same number on both sides. That concludes lesson 6.